and bright.
Joyful.
Merry.
Enjoy.
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday! Friday before Christmas!
Happy last Fri YAY
Of the
video
year.
of 2019. What?
Good job.
Yeah! Yay us!
Good.
And yay you for watching!
So it's a good season. Good year.
Good year. I'm so glad we started doing these videos. I hope that everyone has really enjoyed watching them. I'm going to move our camera a little bit closer. I feel like it's not quite in the right spot.
Maybe down just a little bit.
Sorry, I should have
Turn the
adjusted.
brightness down just a tad.
It's
Obviously, we should have done this before we started the
I really
video.
thought I had it perfected earlier, but apparently not.
We're just honestly just so excited for Christmas and for taking a little break.
Yep.
And relaxing.
Yep. This is always a busy time of year because we're always like trying to wrap projects up and kind of automate things for people.
Pre-plan, get things set in place so that we can take that time off and
Right.
don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And enjoy our
So
time.
that's you see, judging by our
Attire.
our attire today.
And the weather outside.
Yeah, so we're cold, staying warm and cozy. If you hear weird noise, it is the space heater that is keeping Kara toasty because
Yes.
she's always cold.
I can't help it. Iron deficiency, man. It's a real thing.
But today on episode number 31, we wanted to wrap up 2019 by answering some frequently asked questions. So we had some questions that were submitted and some that we just get all the time.
Yep.
So we're going to kind of recap some of those questions that we always get. We're also going to talk to you and give you a couple little tools and resources and recap some of that information as well. And then round it out with our top 5 tips for, jumping forward into 2020 in a really strong way with your marketing and branding. So let's kick off this FAQ with one of it's probably the most frequently asked question.
In the marketing world.
Yeah, just in general by our clients, our workshop attendees, and marketing in general. What the heck? Right, what is SEO anyway? A lot of people have maybe heard of it but don't understand. First of all, what does that crazy acronym stand for?
Right.
Search engine optimization.
I think a lot of people think of CEO, so they think it's like a position in the marketing world.
I've never thought of it that way before,
Yeah.
but that's funny, yeah.
That's what I thought before I knew what it was. But
Right.
yeah, it's search engine optimization.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So it basically means it is a deep
Well,
well of things that you have to do to do it properly and to do it really strongly, but on just kind of a surface level, it just means that your online presence is optimized to draw the most traffic possible through search engine searches. So it's just what bumps you up in search engine.
I feel like I was really far
you're
away.
so far away. Come back.
Now I can see.
So it's a bunch of different steps and things that you can do to kind of rise your ranking in search engines, which we all want to do, right? We all want to be at the top of that Google list.
There you go. I was gonna say, like Google.
Like Google's, yeah. So there are some tips and tricks and different organic things and paid things you can do to kind of boost your presence.
And one of those things that helps
Right.
with SEO
We get asked,
and is still relevant.
it is still relevant. Blogging.
Blogs.
So we get the question. We got a question a lot this year of like,
We
well,
did.
is blogging still a thing? Is it still relevant? Is it still a useful tool in our marketing tool belt? Absolutely.
100%. It's a great place to refer people. We got a lot of questions about, well, if I'm really present on Instagram stories or Instagram in general, do I really need that blog? Yes.
Yes.
It's not only a great place to reference people back to, it's a great way to get a call to action, to get people back to your page, back to your website, but also great for helping you with your SEO.
Yep, absolutely. And with that, one of the most frequently asked questions about whether it's your blog or your e-newsletter or your social media presence is, how do I grow my audience? Because just posting doesn't grow your audience, right? There are a number of factors that go into that. But one of the best things that we've been really trying to push with our clients and get them to work on is to find those other companies and places that have kind of that mutually beneficial relationship, and to share each other's information and partner and kind of just partner up with people who are in that same industry. Or
collaborate on projects, collaborate on your social media, do a social media takeover, or collaborate on a fresh new project or a blog, or a podcast. There are so many ways and things that you can do, and honestly it's really fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So collaboration is a big part of it. Doing a little bit, if you have the budget for it, for some paid advertising is always a good idea. Just making sure that you're putting your money in the right places and you're getting a return on your investment with that, and that you have a strong goal and strategy behind it. There's so many layers to that one, but those are kind of just being consistent is probably the best way to grow your audience, but not just consistent in your own posting. You can put content out all day, but that may not ever get you like the kind of growth and brand awareness that you want.
Right.
So finding those other places that you can kind of leverage their audience is probably the number one tip we have for that.
And not only that, be 100% authentically yourself. That is a big thing today. People can see right through it. Be who you are. And not only that, that's how you get a great audience and a loyal one. You want to make sure that you are completely authentic to you, to your brand, to your company, and to other ones you partner with. You want to be completely 100% honest about how you feel and how you feel about the partnership, etc.
And then kind of on a related note, with social media, with e-newsletters, with blogs, what's the best day and time to post or to share? And that's one of our most frequently asked questions that we get all the time. And there's really, it depends on your audience at the end of the day. So I don't want to say a blanket statement, but I'll do kind of blankety statements for each of those. So generally, e-newsletters, weekends and mornings are best.
Yeah.
It's also going to depend on your audience though. As far as blogs go, it's kind of the same thing. It's when your audience is online and active and you just want to optimize and schedule for that.
Yeah, and you can see that in your analytics and your back end of your pages.
Yes.
You can see all of that, and it'll show you, charts of when people were most active,
what days, what times.
Even down to what gender, is you're reaching to more, who's watching more of your stuff, what age group, all that kind of stuff, and that will help you to fit more of your content towards a certain audience, as well as when to post.
Yep. Also on a social media note, this is probably our last FAQ that we get on a pretty regular basis is, well, how much does it cost to have someone manage your social media?
Just like the times, it varies a whole lot.
There's a pretty wide range. So we work with clients in a capacity, I'll just speak on behalf of us and not the rest of the marketing world. But on our behalf, I can say that we work on a capacity of we kind of meet you where you are. So we do kind of have the baseline offering of, how many frequent posts and, how many platforms and that kind of thing to work off of. But it's a huge range. It just depends on how much you want.
At least for our company, because we truly believe in a la carte services and building your marketing portfolio and what you need for you, because everyone's different on what you need, as well as what you can manage versus what needs to be managed.
Right.
So everyone is completely different. Just like a human isn't exactly the same as someone else, we believe that our marketing services need to be a la carte for you.
You are all unique little snowflakes, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Rays of sunshine, gumdrops, daisies.
Right. So let's move into some of our favorite resources and tools. So we're going to kind of recap some different ideas and things of maybe right now, if some of you it's probably a slower time of the year, a lot of you it may not be if you're still in retail, but the rest of you might have a little bit of downtime in the next couple of weeks, which is great. Take some time off, really enjoy that. But also use this time to plot and plan for 2020.
100%. I would say a big resource and tool has been the equipment we've used this year. It's helped us 100%, as well as with all those after Christmas sales, maybe you can look for these and maybe you can snag a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
So our number one, or at least my number one, is what we're using right now, which is the ring light. There are 2 sizes. We use the larger size. It's honestly about my height.
I think we have the 22-inch.
And we got it off Amazon. They have a smaller one that if you know, like, let's say you did like kitchen tutorials, like cooking,
like
or
a
you
tabletop one.
Beauty, you know, then you could set it on your bathroom sink. So they have 2 sizes, but we use the larger, and we even use it for photo shoots, obviously to hold our phones. We use it pretty much at least the majority of the time.
Yeah, several times a week we're busting this thing out. It's easy to kind of break it all down and carry it around with you too.
Oh yeah, it's a 3-step process of putting it together. You plug the top half into the bottom half and screw it, and then you plug the cord in. And then you just, there's like 4 different adjusting heights, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Another great tool that I think has been really helpful for us and our clients this year is Canva. Yeah. So that's one of our favorite things to refer people to if you want to make pretty decent and pretty graphics and you're not a graphic designer and you don't want to try and master Illustrator or Photoshop like this one over here. That's a great tool. Also, we can go in and with our pro account and create templates and send you links, and then you can go in and edit things from that point forward. So we love Canva.com. They just released a bunch of new features and image effects. Look back through our news feed and you'll see a link to our YouTube video of kind of an overview of what those new image effects are.
Yeah. Another one that we've used like crazy recently is our light box kit, and we also got that from Amazon. If you have products, if you do flat lays, this is the thing for you. It's amazing. If you look at Hi Joy! If you look at one of our clients is Daisy Blue, and if you look at any of their recent posts, we have been using the Lightbox to take pictures of all the new products, and etc. And it helps so much. It helps. I don't have to spend 4 hours cutting out the backgrounds and then putting it somewhere else. So that if you have any kind of products, you do any kind of flat lay work, anything like that, it's about what, maybe like
I would
4
say
feet by 4 feet tall, maybe 3 feet by 3. It's a big box.
Probably 3.5 feet tall, 3.5 feet wide.
But like for me, I'm a smaller person. I'm like 5'3" and I'm petite, so like carrying around a bunch of big things isn't always great, but it works great for me. It is smaller than my college portfolio I had to carry around that I would like accidentally knock into everyone walking
well, that's a bonus.
Down the quad, so it's completely manageable. It's
awkward.
Easy to bring in your car. But it's super helpful to take pictures with. You can use your phone to take pictures in it. It's a really great product.
Yeah. As far as places to, let's talk about this one. This is always really popular. Stock images, videos, different elements to use. We definitely have some of our favorite places to find those so that you don't infringe on anyone's copyrights. Because as creatives ourselves, it's heartbreaking to see when people snag a photo and you're like, I know you didn't, that's not your image, that's not, you know, like
100%. Give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
You know, if you have permission from the artist, or if you at least give credit, a lot of times on websites it'll say in the description below how to give credit and if you're allowed to use it.
Yep.
So please make sure you're double checking all of those. But a great place to get free pictures where you don't have to give credit is Unsplash. I use this all the time. It is amazing. Backgrounds, flat lays, holiday, real world images, people, really great stock photos,
high quality,
amazing quality,
and it's free.
Chinks, and it's free, and it's unlimited downloads as well. So it's not like, oh, once you get to 10, you're done for the day. Nope. You're good. You can even make an account and then you can favorite and do different categories, kind of like Pinterest, and have different categories. You can even download the app on your phone. Super easy to use, great if you're on the go, if you post a lot on Instagram stories and you need some good backgrounds or images to use, that as well. You also can download Canva on your phone, by the way, too. You can use it.
Super
it
easy
works
to use.
really well. It's super easy. So again, if you're on the fly and you need to create something, there you go.
Yep. If you need help kind of creating content and knowing what the trending topics are, where to find relevant news articles for your industry, one of my favorite things is Feedly. I love Feedly. So you can go into different categories and you can search, and it shows you kind of what the most popular different topics are in those categories, or recent news articles and things of that nature.
And it's just great for you to take a read as well and get caught up on all the new trends.
It just spurs creativity too. So when you take a little time to see what other people are talking about, it's going to make your wheels spin in the right direction for your business too. So there's some of our, just a few. We have way more. So if you came to our content planathon, and we have this little handy dandy worksheet.
What's the name of that image app?
The image app, Unsplash. Unsplash.
It's Joy, is that what you're talking about? Unsplash?
I think that's what she says.
Probably. Unsplash. It's UNSPLA.
SH.
Yep.
SH. Yep. All right. So, if you need help creating content ideas, let us know. We've got some great ideas that you can do there. We did some videos earlier this year with social media do's and don'ts. So just look back through our videos, see what else is relevant for you. Overdose on some casey and carrot time.
Yeah.
But we do have, to round this out, to kind of wrap things up for the year, is we have our top 5 tips from 2019 and going into 2020. These are the top 5 things and ways to really enhance your marketing and branding, and know that you are going into it in the right direction.
And if you have a marketing team, to help your marketing team.
That's always a bonus.
Yes.
But our top 5 tips. Number 1, I cannot
audience.
say this enough. You gotta know who you're talking to.
Know your audience.
To the T. Like, you need to have a very clear picture of your top 3 or 4 identities, personas, avatars, whatever you want to call them. And you have to know what their daily lives are like and understand their world.
And if you're having trouble understanding or figuring out how to find this, let us know, or your marketing team. We have systems in place to help you figure that out.
Number 2, stay on brand, man.
Please, everything, down to the videos that you create, to the pictures you take, to Canva graphics that you make. Make everything on brand. Obviously, there's going to be a few things. If someone tags you in it, or you're working with another company, that sometimes it might become a stray. Try your hardest to make sure everything stays on brand. Otherwise, it's going to confuse your audience, which you're trying to niche down, you're trying to please.
You're trying to stand out in the crowd, right? Because the average, I've said this in multiple videos, but I'll say it again, the average American is subjected to seeing up to 10,000 brand messages per day.
Yep.
So how do you stand out in that crowd is you are very clear and consistent on your branding. And that's not only the look and the aesthetic and style of things, but that's also your messaging and the words you're using and the way you're communicating with people. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got goosebumps. I got all fired up about that one. Number 3.
To help you with those 2 number 1 things.
All of this. Document a strategy.
Please.
Write it down. There is power in writing things down.
100%. We do have booklets to help you with that. There are systems in place, but please do it. It will help you so much. It's a great reference. You hire new people, you hire a new marketing team, they can refer back to it. You need to have this.
Yes. Number 4, use your resources. All those things we were talking about earlier and more. There are so many tools and apps and things out there that make marketing and branding so much easier. So don't spin your wheels too hard trying to conquer some program when there's an app that's going to make it really easy for you.
And we use apps a lot of the times too. If we know that something is going to happen a lot faster, we're working hourly, or we have too many projects, we use apps sometimes. If it's easier, or it's a quick way to skirt around certain things. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, that's what they're there for. So use them. And number 5, our final tip. is to make data-driven decisions. No more winging it. No more fly by the seat of your pants. No more just guessing, oh, well, I like, or saying like, oh, well, I like this, I'm going to keep doing this. If your audience is telling you in your data that they are not consuming whatever you're putting out, pay attention to that. Yeah, try something different. Freshen it up a little bit.
And back to your strategy, take it out, do a new one. Just how life changes and you change over time, your strategy, your business plan, things should be updated and changed as well.
Yep. So that's it. That's it for 2019. Thank you so much. I hope that everyone's enjoyed. We get a lot of comments when we see people at different events and things and saying like, oh, I've seen your videos. And so we just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for a really killer 2019.
It's been fun for us. We love, we love helping and educating. That's our number one thing. And we, we're goofballs and we like to have fun. And so we like to have a lighthearted video with some serious topics.
Yep. So we're going to keep doing these. And we want you to tell us what you want to learn.
Yes.
So as we kind of keep planning out for next year, we want to know really what do you need. So drop us in the drop something in the comments, send us a message. Send us an email, whatever works for you. Yeah. But let us know what you want to hear, and we will make it happen.
Yeah, that's how we'll know what needs to be said. So let us know what we've either didn't dive too much into or we passed over. Let us know, and always send us your questions. We always are happy to answer them.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you again for a killer 2019. We are super excited at how this year went. It was a beautiful, beautiful year for us. So
yeah.
Watch some more about upcoming in the next couple of weeks until the end of the year of just some little recaps of our year and fun stuff like that we'll be posting. But we won't see you on a Friday again until 2020. Until then, have a
happy Friday.
Merry Christmas.
Joy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Joy, Merry joy. We wish you all well and can't wait to see you in the new year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Bye.